Hey, welcome to the channel. So I thought I'd take this episode and just dedicate it towards snowblowers and the need for shear bolts and the different style shear bolts, okay? So stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back. My name is Eric and we run a shop here. And what I find a lot is when we see customers' machines come in, instead of going with a shear bolt, they've opted to go to Tractor Supply or any place they can get hardware and just grab any old bolt that will fit through it. And that's the worst thing you can do. And what best way is if you can get them in front of you, that these shear bolts, I don't know if I can get it close enough for you, but there's ridges cut through here and it's called the weak point. And the idea is that it's cut at such a depth there that when you get, let's say you went out and you snowblowed, okay, and everything was fine, you shut it off, but you didn't get it cleaned out, and your auger, the drive augers in the front are frozen. When that turns, if that shear bolt doesn't shear because of it being frozen, what's going to happen? What usually ends up happening is that it puts so much pressure on the gear case that it will explode. And then you're looking at a whole new gear head, right? The brass fitting or the brass gear it's in there, the whole 9 yards. It gets expensive. These are a cheap fix. Now, when it comes to you guys that have shops or getting into this, I would recommend that you carry like the top 2 or 3 different ones that are out there. But I mean, you can get them from rotary stens. If I were nights and weekends, or even a shop, just getting started and stuff, you can go onto Amazon and buy like a 2-pack, 4-pack. You know, if you buy them through, this is Gardner Canal, and these are Oregon, they come in 10 packs. Same thing with stens. They sell theirs in a 10-pack. Some of them, like the MTDs that are OEM, you have to piecemeal it. They sell it to you by the shear bolt. They won't sell you a pack of 10. Well, they will, but it's priced individually. So here I've got all different kinds. These are MTD. Now these are snapper ones, the black ones with the shiny bolts. These are Murray's that have a spacer in there so that everything aligns right in there. These are Aaron's that fit the 1 5/8 inch long by 1 or by 1/4 inch. These shear pins are for Aaron's, John Deere, which John Deere is Aaron's. Aaron's makes the John Deere's. Jacobson's. But the biggest question I get is, how do I know what shear pin to buy? And it starts with your machine and doing the model number on it and running it through and bringing up a parts diagram to see exactly what shear pin or shear bolt the front auger takes. And it's just in the front, there's 2 pins, 2 shear pins for every one that I've known of. And the ones that had the newer style where you have the 2 out front, or the one swirly one out front and then the 2 here, there's 3 on that. But I'm going to do a parts lookup with you with this Shears and kind of walk you through to find out what is the right shear pin to get. And you can do that with any model out there. There's parts diagrams out there at your disposal. You just got to have a little bit of the know-how to do it, right? And if you've never been shown how to do it, then you're kind of shooting in the dark, right? So give me a minute, I'll get it set up and we'll do a walkthrough on just the parts, look up on that and which ones you guys should get. Alright, so welcome back. This here is the model number for that Sears Craftsman. And you can either go to Sears Parts Direct, but I find that Parts Tree, if you're looking for diagrams to know what you're looking for, I think it's easiest to use. So let's go ahead with them. And what we're trying to find out is the shear bolt that we need for that machine. We know it's in the front auger drive group assembly, but there's an auger housing assembly, but what we're looking for is the auger drive. So if we click on that, scroll down, here and here are your shear bolts. You got the spacer with it being a Murray. Sears Craftsman is Murray. Murray made them for Craftsman. So we have this, and here is the Murray part number. It's a 9524MA. It tells you basically what size it is, and that it supersedes to this part number. Now, if you're a dealer and you started to set up with the different aftermarket companies, you could simply take that number, go into rotary, it drops down, and this is the one you want. It fits the Noma, the John Deere, Sears, Eagle, AYP, Husky, and it comes in a pack of 5. But that spacer is what I was telling you about, that some of them come with. If we go back, doesn't matter what we're looking for. While I'm here, let's just go through a few of these. With the engine group, we can take and we can find out what two belts driving the auger belt are just by bringing up the schematics. And that's going to be your traction drive, which is your drive belt. And then this one is going to be your auger drive belt. Gives part numbers and everything. And the same deal is if you highlight that number or write it down, if you're not good at doing this, you jump over here to rotary, punch it in, there's the auger drive belt. And that's our cost, and that's what suggested retail is when it comes to selling it to the public. It's up to you as a shop of what you get. But let's take that number and we'll go one more and paste it over here. And now you're seeing them for $18.99. This one's $8.11. This one's $13. So there are a number of times where you can actually get it cheaper on eBay than you can through the aftermarket companies. Let's go back, parts tree, while we're here, kick out. We'll go back here. I want to go back to the shear bolts, to that, supersedes to this, highlight it, take it over to eBay, punch it in. And here you can buy a 10-pack for $12.95. These are trying to get for a 2-pack for $12.95. But there's deals to be had there. The best deal would be this one here, because you're getting 10 instead of 2. So that's your better deal. I mean, that's how I look at it when it comes to stocking the shelves and stuff. It's, you don't want to stock stuff that doesn't move fast. But shear bolts during the winter months will move fast. Actually, the most common one that I have, I can't show you because I'm already sold out. I sold the last 5 yesterday. So hopefully that's kind of helped you on where to get the parts that you need and how to find out how to get the parts that you need. There isn't anything on that you can't find, you know, whether it be the chains, cables, it's all in these diagrams. It may take you a while to understand the diagrams and where to look, but you can look in one, and if it's not there, just simply go back and then hit your next one until you find what you want. You know, if you're looking for the shear plate for this, the scraper bar, that's the part number. It's been superseded to this part number. You take that number, we'll run up to eBay. Oh, copy it, paste, go. And this is here is, well, they're not even showing it. A lot of times if you can't find it, means it's been discontinued and there isn't any stock out there that's at least listed on eBay. So hopefully that's kind of giving you an idea of how to do the parts lookups. You know, don't let it scare you. Just dig yourself around and look through even if you're a homeowner and do it yourself person, you can find just about every part you need, and then without even being a dealer, probably get it cheaper by using eBay and Amazon. So on that note, you guys have a great day.